Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Comedy Cellar Nightly Show, the after the 4th of July edition, July 5th, 2022. We bring you the show every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. No matter what the weather, no matter what's going on in the world, we're always here to bring it to you. I mean, I won't be here to bring it to you next week, but the show must go on, and it often does. And now I just heard it start rain outside, which is good that we're not doing this outside, which, of course, we could do, but thank God we choose not to. Anyway, hello and welcome to the show, everybody. We do this to promote the lovely Comedy Cellar, which is down in the West Village on McDougal Street and has shows 24/7. As you'll know, because when we have our guest Alon Altman here, he emceed the 9:30 show last night during the fireworks. So we will ask him about that. But if you were to go down there today after our show, you would see an hour with Jessica Curson, who is amazing and a friend of our show. And you will see in a show after that, Phil Hanley and Alex Edelman just coming off his off-Broadway stint. And if you don't know who they are, then you should get to know them because they are extremely funny. And, of course, there's always the Las Vegas room with our favorite person, Super MC Mark Cohen. Mark Coco Cohen. Hello, Jenny Cohen Sanchez. Saying hello to you and me and Mike and everybody and Elizabeth. Thank you very much. Nice to see everybody. Really nice to see everybody. You know, I was very depressed this weekend because kind of doing this thing where I'm working from home. I didn't see anybody for 3 days. And I said, well, I went out today. I'm saying at least I have the people on the show. And then it's as if interacting with regular people, kind of, in the world we live in now. So it is always nice to see anybody. Oh, Aunt Judy is here too. And Anonymous. Oh, damn it. That's right. I meant to show Anonymous a picture. I went to Rachel Feinstein's house. She bought a house, her and her husband, on Thursday. And there was a guy flying a Mets banner outside her window. And I couldn't have been happier. Yeah, it was awesome. The first thing I thought of was Anonymous. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to teach her a lesson. See, there's a couple of Mets fans out here. That's where you find them, in that one tiny area of Queens. Otherwise, the rest of the city is all Yankees. But let's see. Your nephew's baseball team a little bit of rough. How dare you? Oh, are you talking about her nephew? You're talking about the Cleveland Guardians, right? That's right. But at least they lost the last game. At least they lost something. Thank goodness. Let me put on my phone on airplane mode so we're not disturbed. Good. Yeah, and the Mets 8-game behind. Shut up, Anonymous. I'm sorry I brought it up at all. Well, you were the one that said, how was your July 1st? Now, what does that mean? Now, who's the idiot? And bad news for some of you who came over here from the Billy Joel podcast. I was going to wait until Marcy and Cardellini are on, but I can't really wait anymore. Billy Joel was out in the Hamptons yesterday, over the weekend, with former Governor Andrew Cuomo. They're like the best of friends. So, yeah, apparently Billy Joel and his, fourth or fifth wife. Oh, hello, Marcy. Yeah, bad news. Billy Joel hangs out with the ex-governor of New York. They were celebrating their wedding anniversary because apparently Billy Joel and this current wife, which I think has the exact same name as his daughter, Alexis. No, his daughter's name's Alexa. His wife's name's Alexis. Just to make his daughter more suicidal, he married a daughter with the similar name as his. No, he married a wife with the similar name as his daughter. Let alone when you marry Christy Brinkley and you're not as pretty and you're not as musically talented. It doesn't end well sometimes. But it looks like she's over that and she's made peace with the world and she's doing all right. But the thing is, they were married on July 4th, 2015. So they were celebrating their anniversary. And Andrew Cuomo came in. And apparently Andrew Cuomo is the godfather to his new babies. That's right. Anonymous is saying, you were thinking about me when you saw the Mets flag. Would you imagine me doing yoga again? No, I was not thinking of that. I was not thinking of that. I forgot about that. You love doing that yoga. I asked her how July 1st was because she's Canadian. That's Canadians' Independence Day. Is that right? Canada has an Independence Day too, where they just copy everything we do. Woohoo! Woohoo! Oh, thank you, Angela. You were listening to my podcast. Yeah. Well, how about that soda refill? Mike, my podcast this week was an hour rant on how you get free refills in Houston and LA, but not here. So is that true? Do you get free refills in Texas?
I think you get refills everywhere but here.
Oh, well, see, that's the thing. So in 1986, I met some girl from Houston. Well, my dad had just come back from Houston, and he told us how you can get free refills there. I've never seen a man so excited in my entire life. And then I met this girl from Houston that I was working with at a restaurant. She was really pretty, and I was like, well, I understand you get free refills over there. Like I was trying to, fool around with her, and that was all I had to say. So am I to understand that in Houston you get free refills, like no matter what you want? Oh, yeah, we always give out free refills. Yeah. And I'm like, so you're saying if I was at the restaurant and I ordered, let's say, a Coke, a Coca-Cola, in the middle of the meal, they come over and fill it, or you have to request it? Oh, they usually come over and ask you what you want, and they'll just give it to you. I wish I was kidding that she didn't talk like that, but she totally talked like that.
That's Houston.
Yeah, but the worst part is, Mike, and I was talking about this in the podcast, which is so embarrassing because I'm like, people, you really need to listen to my podcast. Obviously, this is not mandatory listening, but when I go to LA and they refill, I have to talk about that for like 10 minutes with the person I'm with because I still can't believe it. And people are like confused by it. In fact, I think the last time I did it was with the late Adam Schlesinger, and we were at a sushi place. And I go, and they just give you free refills anytime you want? And he's like, yeah. What are you talking about? And I'm like, I don't know. It's just unbelievable, right? I can't believe you're not more amazed by it. He's like, well, I have other things on my mind. Like what? What do you have on your mind? I know all the music I'm going to write in the future. And then my demise because of COVID, this fucking virus that's going to come out soon.
Yeah.
Sorry, is New York not a refill kind of city because it's too populated? Excellent question, Jenny. I don't know. Who was at the Cellar Vegas? It wasn't a lot of people I know. I know Jay McBride was going to be there. Oh, was somebody there? Oh, that's right, Angela. You went to Vegas. Did you go to the club? Did she say she went to the club? I know she went to Vegas, but I don't know whether she went to the Cellar or not. Oh, and my friend Mark was really good. Well, Mark Cohen is the greatest. I mean, yeah, there's no way if you like me and my old school, whatever my comedy is, then you're definitely going to like Mark Cohen because he does even older references than I do. When I was watching Mr. Saturday Night on Broadway, I was just thinking, oh my God, I'm laughing so hard because Rachel was like, why are you laughing so hard at this? It's like, she's like, this is your kind of humor. So I'm like, oh yes, because this is exactly the kind of humor that Mark Cohen does. It's that old school too. And as you know, I don't know whether you know this, Angela, but Mark Cohen in the TV show Friends is the mattress king. It's a pretty big deal. So you say he has a good last name, but I don't know how. Oh, Cohen, Jenny. I'm sorry, I didn't catch it right. Mark Coco Cohen. Oh, I'm so glad you went, Angela. I'll let him know. He'll be very, very happy to hear that. You know how some of these comics are, and they need to be, stroked a lot. Why do you think I'm going to Ireland? You think Jeff Ross can be alone? You think he can just do stuff on his own? Do you think that he could do a TV show and not? And I have to sit there and I'd be like, Jeff, that was amazing. You are the greatest comic I've ever seen in my life. It's not just him. They all need it. I do it with everybody. I guess this is why they asked me to go places. I'm pretty good at doing what I got to do out there. I do it with Sarah Silverman. I do it with Attell. And most of it's easy to do because they are that good. So It's the ones that aren't that great that it gets iffy. But yeah, so I'm going to Ireland on Sunday. Still can't believe it. I can't even believe it. Yeah, I know. Jeff's supposed to have a thick skin, right, Jenny? He does not. Oh my God. Ironically, as delicate as I am, I have the thickest skin out of most of the comics I know. I don't mind when they make fun of me. If you tell Jeff, I'm like, Jeff, what was that about? Like, he'll be like, really? I didn't know. It's funny how they don't have as thick a skin as you think. I believe, Mike, that if you told Bobby Kelly that what was up with that joke, he'd be devastated. And this is a guy that, right? I mean, this is a guy that just picks on people, and he's funny, and he's got this hard shell, but all of them don't. That's the gag, ironically, of all these comics. Yeah, they'll dish it out, but they can't take it. And I'm pretty good at both, I think. So anyway, I still can't believe I'm going. I mean, this is insane. I don't know. I'm so worried about it. I'm so nervous. Obviously, I wish I hadn't said yes. And then, I'm glad I did, because I know that when I come here next 2 Tuesdays, Alon's taking over next week, everybody. Alon's going to come on the show. Is he here now?
Not yet.
Okay. So Alon's going to come here and be on the show today, because he's going to co-host next week while I'm away. I can't believe I'm going away, Mike. I really can't believe it. I'm so bad at traveling and flying and all that kind of stuff. The thing is, I know that I know when I get back, I'll be like, I'm so glad I went. But the traveling, the going to the airport, the flying in general, sitting and just, I'm afraid of flying. I think I have to get a mouthpiece, because I went to the dentist last week after our show, and there's definitely something wrong with my jaw. I think I'm like clenching a lot. I think it's just stress, I guess, or something. And certainly when I'm flying, yeah, Aunt Judy knows I hated flying as a baby. Wait, what did she say? I believe he can dish and take. Yes, thank you, because it's true, Jenny. Sometimes Jeff dishes, doesn't take it. Also doesn't seem to understand Mexicans or Mexico. He says he has a college degree, but he says some really ignorant stuff. Well, that's comics in general. Most of the comics you meet, you guys, think they are smarter than everybody else. I think I have proven to everybody that I am not. I don't think I come off across that in any way. But most of the people I know really do think they're smarter, because that's the way you are a comic, because you need to point out these people's foibles to everybody else. That is what makes it in comedy. But I'm going to, my comedy is just in stupidity and the stupid things I do. But whatever the case may be. Well, nobody really knows how immigration works, Jenny, I think. I don't know. But yeah, I keep looking at Ireland. I keep looking July. Oh my God. I got to be July. I think I got to take a jacket too. I mean, I got to take a jacket. It's going to be like 100 degrees here, but you got to pack a jacket. That's so weird. Dave, are you saying you're a top and a bottom? What did you say, Mike?
Oh, yeah, it's probably pretty windy over there. Ask Scruffy. He'll he's on that side of the country.
Oh, you are?
Yep.
Scruffy, where's he?
He's in England.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, well, I saw the temperature was like about 50, 60 degrees. So I'm kind of glad about that, because I don't have any summer wear. As a matter of fact, I was going to talk about this in the podcast next week, like it matters. But I went out with this girl on Friday, and she's like, I was wondering how you were going to dress during this weather. And I wore my Dickies shirt. And she goes, I didn't even know they made that anymore. And I'm like, yeah, they make it.
Well, it's her refill policy.
What? Whose?
That date. Sorry.
Oh. Well, she's always up for a refill. Always. She likes to drink and she likes to eat, which is why I enjoy her company so much. And she's so pretty that, when we're eating out together, Well, I guess I look like her dad, but either way, it's still it's always good to go out with a pretty girl, right? I think that's the way it is.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, I keep drinking. I feel a little faint, and I didn't walk home today. I took the scooter, and they were out of hairnets again. But I bought one I had anyway. You know, you got to put the hairnets because they have helmets that you put on your head, and it'd be gross to put it out without a hairnet. One time I couldn't do it. I had to wear the head net. I came home and I washed my hair. Oh God, I don't even want to know what people in. But then I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, I think the people that can afford the Revel scooters have to have a credit card. Like they have to have some form of money, so they probably keep their head clean. Wouldn't one think? Oh. I wrote it up here today. Took me 24 minutes, right from the Statue of Liberty all the way to the Upper East Side. It was very exciting. I got to say, every time, it's very exciting. Now, for the winter time, I've got to get the heated gloves. Now, I bought heated gloves last year, but they do not work. I think I have to buy mittens. And I'll work on that later. Right now, I'm not thinking about it at all. So, all right. Is Alon here now?
Yes, he is.
All right. Let's bring in our co-host for next week's show, Alon Altman, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Hey, Dave. Hey, Mike.
Hello, Alon.
Hey.
Everybody's excited to see you. You look good. Your hair looks amazing.
I cut my own hair yesterday. Not bad, right?
You're kidding.
I do my own haircut since COVID.
You're joking.
I'm not kidding. I'm totally serious.
How do you cut your own? How do you know how to cut your own hair?
The only thing I can't figure out is how to do the back around the edges. So I have Sarah do that. She does the edges around the back. Everything else is me.
Why isn't your wife just cutting your hair? And I don't know how anybody cuts their own hair. I mean, how do you cut your own hair? How does a man know how to do that?
This is what I've realized. I think the whole barber game, the whole hairstylist game, it's all a sham. It's really easy.
Right.
There's a lot of room for error. So you don't have to be that exact. It'll kind of work okay.
Well, it looks amazing. It's very impressive. But I was just going to ask somebody but the hair I can't. Damn, what was I saying? Oh, crap. I don't remember. Oh, somebody said it was 68 degrees in Dublin. It was Liz. 68. Oh, that's pretty warm. But maybe at nighttime it goes down. Meanwhile, if you go to earthcam.com, they have a live shot of like Dublin and a live shot inside a pub.
You should go to that pub.
Yeah, I'll try and get in that pub so you can see me live. And I'll just keep looking backwards. And when the guy will be like, why aren't you paying attention? I'm like, oh, no, I'm checking on my friends. How are you, everybody?
I'm on TV.
So, Alon, weather's supposed to be good next week. I was trying to get the cats in. Oh, good job, Scruffy. Alon, you hosted the 9:30 show at the Comedy Cellar last night. That is exactly when the fireworks start. How did you how did that go? There was always a crowd, so I'm guessing it was sold out as usual.
Yeah, so it was still full, but it was like the only 150 people in the city who did not give a shit about fireworks. It was mainly foreign tourists, I think. Right. A lot of Canadians were there. So it was people who really didn't really care, maybe didn't even know what was going on, that it was a special day at all. But they were fun. They were a really, really good crowd. They were in a party mood, even though it was a Monday night. So it was nice.
Did you hear the booms and everything?
No, we were far enough away. We heard no sounds from the outside world.
God, it's so funny. Liz says Mike Vekione cuts his own hair. He does?
That's a good look, too.
I didn't hear that. Yeah, that's true. He has good hair, too. See, if I had hair like yours, I would never cut my own hair. Like, I could cut my own hair now. I still don't know how you do it. I mean, you just doing it like this?
I use the clippers, the electric clippers for the sides. And then on the top, I just use scissors and kind of just figure it out.
I don't understand that at all. I do not understand. That's very impressive. Oh, but I was just telling our Billy Joel friends that he was seen this weekend hanging out with Andrew Cuomo, his pal.
Uh-oh, disgraced former governor.
The disgraced former governor. Yeah, they were celebrating their anniversary. They were married. Billy and Alexis were married on July 4th, 2015.
Yeah, I saw he had a nice little post about his wife. It was very, very sweet.
And Andrew Cuomo is the children's godfather. So, what are you going to do? Huh? You got to go to the godfather. What, are you not going to be the godfather anymore just because you like girls? This is going to be the problem, you know.
You even make your face look like Brando when you do that.
I just, this is the way I talk.
Let me see. I can do the face where after the horse's head. I told you this is the face you make like this. After the horse's head in the bed, he goes like this. That's it.
That was
Did you
good.
get it? No.
Yeah.
I've been trying to. Sometimes I try to perfect certain looks that everybody does instead of just the dialogue.
I thought you were gonna do the guy who winds up in the bed with the horse's head. I thought you were gonna do his face.
Oh, I can do that guy really easy. Oh, 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 you listen to me. I know all the lawyers in that town, and I've never heard of that one before. Wait, I'm gonna make so much trouble for you, your head's gonna spin. Now you listen to me, my friend. I'm gonna make so much trouble for you, your head's gonna spin. And
There it is.
you know what? I'm going in between that guy and the guy. I thought I had all you punks locked up, which is the police chief. I'm going back and forth.
And a little bit of Christopher Lloyd in there.
Yeah, it's true. I gotta tell you. First of all, Aunt Judy says, and I forgot about this. She's gone to the Bueller parlor every Monday since I was 4. Never even washed her hair. I can attest to that. My Aunt Judy and her mother before her never missed a beauty parlor appointment. They still call it a beauty parlor, which I do too, and which is why I had to go to the beauty parlor. My dad tried to take me to Nick's, where they give you a regular, but I would go with my mother and sister, and that is why I would get my hair done. It is not fair that my hair fell out because I should have perfect hair since I got it done professionally all the time. Where I think we messed up is when I got it curly, as you might have seen in the photo I put on Instagram today, but more on that later.
Was that a perm?
Yeah.
Wow.
But it happened itself though. I went to get a perm. They put some sort of thing in my hair and it just curled up on its own.
And then it fell out.
But everybody knows the problem is I tried to wash my hair, but everybody knows that you can't wash your hair after a perm within 24 hours or you'll relax the amoxium glyphosate from, damn it. I don't know. Does everybody know I'm doing Legally Blonde? No?
Get ready for that class.
Damn it. My sister's best friend, my niece's best friend is a hairdresser now, and she has her own place in Woodbridge, New Jersey, and it is right across. Thank you, Marcy. You knew it was from Legally Blonde. And how many times would you say you got a perm in your life? That's when the thing all turns around. Oh my God. And Elwood lets her have it. Meanwhile, that girl who plays the villain in that movie was on like a story arc on New Girl. She looks a lot better in the New Girl. She plays like the bad girl in that, but she's sexy, which is in Legally Blonde, not so much. Alon, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know her from New Girl, but I know her from something. She was familiar looking in Legally Blonde.
She wasn't. She just looks familiar. I don't think she was in anything else ever before.
Jessica Caulfield.
Was her name Chutney? What?
Jessica Caulfield? Is that
Were
her?
you looking
No.
it up?
I'm trying to look it up. I can't tell. Oh,
I don't
Chutney.
know.
Oh, Linda Cardellini.
Linda Cardellini. Right.
That sounds delicious. That's one of my favorite pasta types.
It does. Wait a minute. That's not. Oh, that's Carpenter, right? So Linda Cardellini, was she in?
She played Velma in the Scooby-Doo movie.
Oh. Was she also in the TV show of we take the pill and you're smart? That Bradley Cooper was in the movie Limitless.
I don't see that on her Wikipedia page.
Oh.
But she
She's also
was in Mad Men.
Marcy says she was in a show called Dead to Me, so I guess she's been around. Right. I know Christina Applegate was in that. That didn't look good to me.
She was in Daddy's Home and Daddy's Home 2.
Daddy's Home?
Oh, yeah.
What, Marcy, what is that all about? I'm dead to you? How dare you?
Oh, what'd you say, Dave?
I don't know.
We can't afford to lose Marcy.
We can't lose Marcy. They're filming season 3 right now. I thought that show was over. Bradley Cooper got his break on Discovery Channel. Is that true? I thought he got his break on the show Alias, because I used to watch him on Alias. He was really good, and then he left, and we were missing his character. And we're like, well, not. Meanwhile, he was like so good looking. We're like, I'm sure he'll be able to do something.
No, he got his break
thank
in
you.
Wedding Crashers. That was his first big thing.
Oh, right. I never saw that.
What?
I know.
Dead to
people
me,
get-
Dave. Dead to
People,
me.
people get very angry when I say that.
That's so
I don't
up your.
know.
It's like that's totally up your alley.
Do you hear how? Attell was in Dave Attell was in North Carolina this week, and Judd Apatow was there for some reason. So he called him and he went on. But Judd Apatow's been going. People are were just talking that his movies don't. I guess they don't hold up. Somebody was just saying it.
Is it too misogynistic?
I guess. I don't know, but I love the guy obviously, and I think he's cool, and his daughter is very nice, even though she's in she in Euphoria now?
Yeah, she's a good actress.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm a good actor too, but my dad wasn't Judd Apatow. There's nothing I can do about it, you know. I kept thinking to myself, if my dad was Don Rickles or Jerry Stiller, I'd be doing all right for myself. If I just had a little help.
Yeah, well, what is Don Rickles Jr. doing right now?
Well, his daughter, have you ever met Mindy Rickles?
Don
No.
Rickles third.
Mindy Wrinkles?
No, Rickles.
You said
So-
Wrinkles.
Uh,
Old porn star Mindy Wrinkles.
no, so Mindy Rickles, Jimmy Kimmel's sister, I can't think of her name,
Jill Kimmel.
and Sheba Mason, about 5 years ago, did a comedy tour together, like the sibling something, the incestuous tour, something like that. And I was like, well, now that's goddamn brilliant. I mean, they're all really bad, but together it all makes sense. I don't know why they didn't keep it going.
That's
I
funny.
think Mindy was the funniest and nicest out of the three. You know, I'm kind of down on Sheba. Well, I can never
No,
be down
Sheba's
on
funny.
Sheba. Well, I was down on her for a long time because she was a COVID denier and was, lying about people having it in her show. But now that that's all over, we'll be okay again.
Yeah, COVID is done.
What?
It's over. It's done.
Well, JWB671 said COVID is surging in Queensland right now. And I just asked a girl out for tomorrow, and she goes, everybody's getting it again. And I go, she's like, I'm going to sit home and wait to see if I got it. I'm like, so you say that's the equivalent of you washing your hair? Is
Yeah.
what you just told me.
Yeah.
COVID's done.
The thing is, Aunt Judy could never use that excuse
Why?
because she always went every week to get her hair washed.
Oh.
And then any other day for a date, she can never say, I'm washing my hair because guys
That's
would
right.
know.
Cut. You're right. He called it on Aunt Judy. Right, Angela, because you are from Phoenix, right? Yes. So yes, Joe
Oh.
Kimmel.
Jason Chatfield in the chat. Hey, Jason, how's it going?
You know him?
Yeah, he's great. Great cartoonist, really funny comic.
I can see it looks like a cartoon. How do you know him as a cartoonist? That's cool. I like his picture there. It's cool.
He's gotten pieces into the New Yorker like many, many times.
Oh, like in Seinfeld?
Yeah, he writes a lot of Ziggies.
Well, that's a classic Ziggy. I knew I'd seen that wit before. What's that guy gonna do? Nothing. Oh, it's just a slice of life piece thing. You don't know what it means either. No, not a clue. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one. The pig says my wife is a slut, right?
Yeah.
He knows what we're talking about. Jason's my new friend now. I like him. He work at the cellar as well?
No,
Well, he will.
I do not believe so.
Make a little caricature of what's the woman that hates me now?
There's so many. I don't know.
Esty.
No, an SD caricature. We'll get Jason in.
No, we're okay again now. We're okay. Everything's
Good.
all right. We go back and forth,
Yeah, you guys are hot and cold, cold and hot. You're kind of like Billy Joel and his various ex-wives.
That's right, exactly. Well, don't worry, Jason. You'll get there. You seem like a nice guy. Sometimes that's all it takes, as you know, Alon. Well, Alon's funny too, but I'm pretty sure people just like, oh, he's a nice guy. He's all right. Nobody wants any assholes there anymore. We're sick of it. Why don't Do you have? Oh no, I was going to say, right. You don't know your schedule yet for the Cellar, so.
I do. They got it today.
Oh, are you
I'm
in?
there on Sunday.
Oh, that's
8:30.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Sunday, July 12th.
Sunday, July 10th at 8:30 p.m. in the Fat Black Pussycat Bar.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, good. Jenny Cohn says, I believe Jess Wells should become informed. Stop looking down Mexico since he was performing there. I don't think he looks down on anybody, Jenny. He's pretty good that way. He likes everybody. I've never seen him ever be any kind of racist like me or anything, like well, I've made it very clear, anybody that has a parade, I hate that week. So that's where my racism definitely shines. But I've never seen him ever say really a bad word about anybody except for one person who during a bad time. Otherwise, he's a very forgiving man, and he seems to really love everybody. Of course, he's always high, so it's hard to say. I'm intolerant, not racist. Well, that's a better word for me. Thank you, Marcy. Thank you for coming to my rescue. By the way, Marcy, I heard there's a new attraction at Disney World, but I didn't see what it was. You were just there, right? Do you know what it was? You let us know at some point. You want to go to the slides, Alon Altman?
Yeah, that sounds fun.
All right, let's do that. Got plenty to show you today, I think. I don't know if they're as great as last week, but, we always have a good time. Okay, Mike, I am sharing. I see you figured it out already.
Yes, sir.
All right. These are people protesting at the Supreme Court or wherever. I think they're at the Supreme Court. I always just like when you see there's a 9-year-old, go in there, and I understand. Oh, it's at Epcot, Marcy. That's where the thing is. I understand, you want to teach your 9-year-old about it, but it's just weird because, the other side is teaching their 9-year-olds the opposite. And that's why it's like disturbing in a way. Like,
yeah, so you think they're too young to form an opinion here?
Yeah, exactly. So you're letting them form an opinion. We all believe that's the right opinion, but we know the other side is the people that are giving their kids, bringing them to the gun show, are saying the exact opposite. This is about the age you bring somebody and you show them the devastation. The only reason I like this photo is it looks like such a perfect evening.
You're the only person who looks at this and thinks, "What? Looks like nice weather."
Doesn't it? It looks like a perfect day.
No, it looks too humid.
Nice.
They're a little shiny. They look like they're kind of sweating.
Well, but you're also at the White House, in Washington. It's exciting. If the other stuff wasn't happening, this would be a great picture. Great mother and daughter picture. You can put this right on YouPorn. Hey-o! This is what kids should be doing. Tango dancing. Those kids shouldn't be at those abortion rallies. They should be tango dancing, dressed up in adult costumes and entertaining adults.
This is even worse.
This
is even worse than bringing your kid to an anti-abortion rally, or whatever that was. These things are so gross. You ever see Norm Macdonald had an old bit from the early 90s about how Star Search would have that category, the junior dancers, which are just like groups of 6-year-olds dancing, and he was like, you never see that anywhere else. You never saying to your wife, what should we do tonight? Should we go to a movie? Or actually, you know what? Down the block, some 6-year-olds are dancing. Maybe we'll go check that out.
And it's so wrong. And this guy is really giving it to this girl. He's like, no, you're doing it all wrong. If we're going to win this, I mean, it's so ridiculous. When they dress these kids up like adults, it's terrifying. Now, this is the artistic swimming championships that were happening in Budapest this past week. This is Team Greece, right? This is the stupidest thing in the Olympics too, that, nobody likes this. What is it? Synchronized swimming or whatever. It's like freestyle.
Do they not call it that anymore?
They don't?
No, you just said it's the artistic swimming.
Well, that's what this is. This isn't the Olympics. So I don't know what it is. But whatever the fuck it is, no one cares. But to get this into it is insane.
Oh, wow.
That's part of the Italian team.
Oh, wow. That's scarier than Ursula from The Little Mermaid.
Yeah, it looks just like her, actually. And she also has, I guess that's I thought that was a ring in her nose, but it's just to keeping the breathing. But she's like, she's taking it as serious as this guy, you know.
Yeah. And how about that waterproof makeup, huh? It's hanging in there.
Well, you know, it's all part of the art. It's all part of the art. Listen, Jenny, we have positivity around Latinos. It's like when somebody says like there's Asian hate, I'm like, well, who hates the Asians? I'm not really. The only found people that don't like the Asians because their food is delicious. They seem okay. They're productive members of society. That's racist as that sounds.
A rousing endorsement from Dave Juskow.
But it's like the only people that seem to hate them are 17-year-old girls, like white girls, that because they do so well in school, they get jealous of their intelligence. That's what I've noticed, especially that girl that got fired who was working in the magazine. They found her tweets when she was 17. Goddamn Asians, you know. But it all comes from, well, remember, racism is all jealousy. That's why I'll never understand why people don't like the Jews. What are you exactly jealous of? We're disgusting. Thank you. Speaking of racism, these are these horrible pride people. As you know, I just hate that day. But here's the funny thing. I obviously couldn't care less whether you're gay or straight. I really couldn't care less. I just don't like the crowds. This is Washington Square Park. I walk through here all the time. I'm like, God damn it. And I don't want to see guys kissing. I don't even want to see girls kissing unless it's in the privacy of my own home. But the point is,
that's funny. Do you ever do that on stage? That's good.
What, kiss a boy?
No, I don't want to see girls kissing unless it's in the privacy of my own home. That's
I can't stand when I was watching Only Murders in the Building, and there's a scene, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, which would normally be considered hot, but I like to keep it in porn. I don't like it in regular television shows. I was watching this show on CW network called Tom Swift, and he's gay and black, and I really liked it. He was like an inventor when I saw him on Nancy Drew because I'm a 10-year-old boy, and now it's just a little too gay. I can't take it. I know, it's too bad.
Liz says, Dave, just jump in already.
But well,
you hand the camera to the right.
Shut up, Liz.
There's shirtless Dave with another beach ball.
Well, the point of what I'm trying to make here is, what is anybody that has a problem with gays, what's the difference between this and the guys that won the Stanley Cup last week? It's pretty gay too.
Well, these guys are wearing protection.
Yeah, but they're about to kiss each other because they just won the Stanley Cup. You know how they roll on the floor with each other and they hug each other and they kiss each other. It's funny because these are the type of people who don't like gays in the audience, that, you know, in the crowd a lot of times. And they're like, what's the difference, you know, between this and that? Nothing. Just most of the people that don't like it are probably gay.
And that's why we need sports to hide the homoeroticism. You know,
exactly. Well,
like, okay, it's because they can pat each other on the butt because it's a baseball game. That's all. It's okay. I can watch this.
You can see this happen in Tampa Bay, and these guys are none too pleased with these guys making out on their court.
They're just confused about their feelings.
Exactly. And if you didn't know, yes, the Colorado Avalanche won the Stanley Cup last week in a actually really great Game 6. And this is the Gay Pride Parade in Mexico City. So what I'm saying is there's no way to get away. No matter where I'd go, no matter what city, there's going to be parades, and people are just going to suck. And that came out the wrong way because of this Gay Pride, but you know what I'm saying. Parades stink, and when you can't cross the street, I'm going to get angry. I don't care what parade it is. This just happens to be the Gay Pride one, which is the last one, so it has lasting effects. Don't think they have parades here in July and August. Thank goodness.
Must be really hot there for that parade.
Right? In Mexico City?
Yeah, it must be like 110 degrees. And the guys,
saying it's just hot? It's hot.
Caliente.
Pride Parade in Mexico City is hot. I won't have to worry about the Gay Pride in Ireland. You're right. You got that right, Scruffy Bones. Right. Liz says she can see me trying to cross. Like, this is me, this little dot right here. God damn it. Like, I go to Mexico City to get away from the Pride Parade, and I'm like, son of a bitch.
It's just like wherever you walk, Dave, is the Pride Parade.
Exactly. Shut up. How dare all of you? Oh, you're all on me this evening, huh? Well, you'll get yours. This was a triathlon for an Ironman competition triathlon in Nice, France this week. And it's so funny because, where is everybody? I don't know whether this guy won or it just looks so the exact opposite of what I expected to see. When Anonymous, you've done that? You've done the Ironman competition? That is,
Wow.
at least in, that's damn impressive because you have to go, and I don't know how it is in kilometers. Catalina's not here. Well, Liz, and you're in Canada. 3.8 kilometer swim in the Mediterranean Sea. I don't know how much that is. That's what I'm saying. Oh, just kidding. 180 kilometer bike ride through the hills and passes in the Nice countryside. And then a 42.195 kilometer race on the mythical Promenade des Anglais.
Ah, yes.
I don't know what that is, but I don't know what the miles for that is. This was the beginning of the race. Now, this is what I expected. I guess they weed out. I guess it opens with the swimming.
Yeah, half of them drown. It's just, look at it. They're way too crowded. It's like one of those wave pools in China.
No, what's it like, Alon? What's my next picture going to be?
Action Park?
No, you know what it is.
I have no idea.
It's Kramer in the East River.
Oh, yeah.
I only did that one for you. I figured you'd know. I didn't get the good picture, but
It's
of
so
course,
blurry, too.
I know. I did the best I could to get as many people there, but when people started realizing how great the East River is for your back, and then it got into this. And this is like a guy. This is a water park in Milan. Can you imagine? This is exactly what happened. This would be me trying to enjoy myself when some douchebag is flying over me. It's exactly what would happen to me if I was, if I was in a movie and everywhere I go, there's a parade or a water park or something just to annoy me.
Yeah, you'd be sitting here, you'd have your newspaper open, finally able to relax, and then splash.
Right, I'd have my newspaper open, which nobody reads anymore except me. Exactly. I'd have just old stuff, a newspaper, a Fresca, and anything from the 70s, a Pepsi Light, which was Pepsi that used to have lemony flavor in it already.
It wasn't diet?
Yes, and the jingle went like this. The time is right for Pepsi Light, a lemony Pepsi Light. We put a little lemony taste in and took out half the calories. It was delicious. Even me, I like. Said, "Oh, Anonymous opened to a picture of a beautiful girl." What does that mean?
Maybe they're trying to guess.
Well, here's a tragedy that happened last week. This Amtrak train derailed because it hit a dump truck, at a crossing. What I can't believe is how this doesn't happen more often. I mean, when you have these crossings the odds of this working all the time, when we know full well traffic lights sometimes give out,
Yeah, not to mention those kids who put pennies on the track. So irresponsible.
No, but it's like it's surprising that these work so well on any given day. In Jersey and Long Island, there's these towns. There's crossings everywhere. You can't travel to the store without going past 5 of them. It's amazing that they work in general. Anonymous is doing a little Huey Lewis action. I like that. Don't need no credit card to ride this train. I've been singing that in my head lately.
Power of love?
Power of love. I don't know whether you know this, but I think Ferdinand Marcos Jr., I think he's the grandson of Imelda Marcos and that, evil rule. They won again in the Philippines. This would be like Andrew Giuliani winning here in New York City.
Oh, man. I wonder if Ryan DeCollis's uncle is still out there somewhere.
Right.
Right. His family is all politicians there.
Yeah. But this is, I can't believe they won by a landslide.
That's great. And what I like are the shoulder pads on these dresses. I think this should be an American style.
Well, remember, they're always 30 years behind over there.
This is ahead. This is the future. Make your shoulders look taller and pointier, ladies. That's the look we want.
And this is Governor Hochul when she wins the Democratic primary. I think this is unnecessary. There shouldn't be confetti for winning a primary, which you should have won anyway. And, who'd you defeat? Andrew Giuliani? I know he's on the other bill, but still, it's an embarrassment.
Check out the girls in the front taking a selfie of the moment.
Oh, these two?
Yeah.
They're so excited about Governor Hochul winning the primary. It's so ridiculous. Governor Hochul.
Did you vote?
Yep. I'm the only one, apparently. I don't know anyone else who voted.
I forgot to vote.
I voted last week. I did not. I voted on purpose so Andrew Giuliani could not win the primary. I don't know who I voted for because I can only vote Republican, but I did not vote for Andrew Giuliani, and that was the key.
Good.
I mean, she's been doing a pretty good job. It's just that sometimes she brings Jesus into it, and I don't like that.
She's also from Buffalo. She's too upstate. She doesn't understand how things work down here.
Yeah, most New York governors don't, so it doesn't matter. But I don't like when you bring the church and state in. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Anonymous, you voted too. So you're just you and me. I don't know anybody else who did. And this is a whore. That's right. Celebrating the summer solstice in Moscow, which means you suck. That's right. I'm going there.
Wow.
You know damn well what they're doing to your people, and you still say to just sit there and ignore it. Shame on you.
Look how bad the shape is there. Like all the salons are closed because of everything that's going on. These international boycotts of hair products. People have to put grass in their hair.
See? Serves you right. Thank you, Liz. Alex P. Keaton would have been proud. You're right. With the whore, Marcy? Well, sometimes I use that as a term of endearment. I called my niece that the other day. Listen, you godless whore, I got you into that race. I hope you're happy about that. But
that's it. We've lost Marcy forever.
That's two. I got one more.
Your defense of using the word is, I call my niece that also.
I was only saying it because she's Russian, and I'm down on obviously all the Russians. Now, this we have a little story arc here. There's a horse inside a house during a traditional.
Don't upset Marcy.
No, I would never upset Marcy. Again, I really do use it as a term of endearment. I think, although my mother told me once, like, don't call your mother a whore. And I'm like, hey, if it fits.
You just keep saying it.
That's what Rachel and I always said, like, you godless whore. This is a horse inside a house during what they say is a traditional San Juan festival in Spain. Now, the reason this is upsetting because there's a bunch of festivals that went on this week that all involve animals, and it's weird. So why this horse? They're putting this horse in a house. You know that horse doesn't like that. This is a Corpus Christi festival in Colombia.
Wow.
For some reason,
look at the photo. It looks like that's his eyeball.
It does, but what's up with that rooster? What's the plan for that rooster?
Oh, it's going to be the dinner plate, I think.
It's going to be dinner or a champion.
That what?
It's going to be dinner or a champion.
Yeah, he's gonna beat little Jerry.
That's right. Little Jerry will go down in 3. Yeah, exactly, Liz. The horse inside a house, rider by a godless whore.
She gets it.
This is the St. John Festival, and I don't even know where this is. Why are all these festivals have to deal with animals?
That's the same horse.
It's not.
I know a horse when I see one. That's the same horse.
I know a crisis actor horse when I see one.
Yeah, every photo I see, it's the same horse. There's only one horse left in the world. You know that.
Well, you might actually, now that you mention it, but it's 2 different cities.
What, horses can't travel? I've seen a comfort horse on the plane.
Well, this is going to lead to bad stuff. So everybody get ready.
Uh-oh.
This is an orangutan with her baby. Is that nice?
Yeah.
See, because, sometimes we forget that some animals do take care of their babies because it seems like a lot of them just, give birth and then they trot off. Look at this one. This is an infant crocodile on her mom's back.
Mm-hmm.
That's cute.
Isn't that nice? That's in Singapore. I mean,
Are you
cute
leading
now.
up to some kind of anti-abortion stance now?
Well, it is a setup. You see this douchebag? His name is Ryan Naud, whatever the fuck his name is. This guy right here on the left. This guy is a douchebag. He hunts exotic animals for sport in South Africa. This is him killing a lion and then posing with it because he's an asshole. This is him fucking killing a giraffe with his son because his son's an asshole. Who fucking kills zebras? And the good news, and I'm putting a picture of the moon over the sun because I don't want to see those pictures anymore. The good news is, you ready for this? That guy just got executed execution style in South Africa yesterday.
Oh, wow. Did they take a picture with his dead body?
I was trying to get one. He just got shot in his truck. And good riddance, right?
So it was not an official state execution. He just was murdered execution style by somebody.
Yeah, but
rival
in that
poacher.
area that he hunts.
It might have been an elephant. They're pretty smart.
They never forget.
That's what they do on Family Guy. But I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you see those things. It's just exactly who kills a giraffe. This guy is a major douche, and he got what was coming to him. And I don't think anybody's going to mourn his passing. What'd you say, Mike?
He was not a Toys R Us kid.
No. Oh, I feel bad. It's like his son.
Jeffrey.
We see that all the time. It's like those, we were showing before where those kids are going to grow up like, no, son, always remember abortion is for jerk offs. Like there's somebody telling their kid a woman should never decide what's wrong, with her body. Men should be deciding that. Somebody's telling their kid that right now. The same guy that's telling killing zebras is completely acceptable.
All you need is 2 for the arc.
I had to show it. I hate showing stuff like that, but I had to show it because I can't believe that guy got murdered the way he's supposed to by a gun, just the way he did it to those animals. Yeah. Ironically, this was yesterday at the hot dog eating festival. Can you believe this? Joey Chestnut is the champion of champions. I love the hot dog eating contest every year. I've been in some eating contests myself. We love Joey Chestnut. Guys won 15 years in a row. And I don't know whether you heard what happened. There were some animal activists there protesting. And while you're protesting eating hot dogs, they should just be like, hot dogs are like, what are they anyway? Are they even meat? Nobody knows what's in a hot dog. So I don't know if it's protestable. But yeah. So Joey Chestnut, in the middle of eating, and he won, grabs this guy, puts him in a chokehold, and shoves him out of the way.
I thought he was going to eat the guy. He dipped him in water and just swallowed him whole.
Mike, do you have the video? I'm going to stop sharing for a second.
Yeah.
Do you have that video? You can see it. Contest. Is that not the most impressive thing you've ever seen?
That was crazy.
That's great.
Oh, Anonymous says, David Tell has a joke about how if you lose the vegan hot dog eating contest, you'd have to eat the real hot dog. That's hilarious. Well, David Tell is, in fact, he told me, I wrote it down, and I don't know who's going to understand this, but he said, I was talking about reading some James Joyce before I went, and he goes, well, what you should be reading is James Joyce DeWitt, and be like, where is Mr. Furley? Where is he? Like something, he was reading poetry. It was really funny.
Yeah.
Let me get back to our
Three's Company. I get
final photos. Where am I, Mike? Oh, wait. Can you? Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. Can you still see this?
Yeah.
Okay.
We saw everything.
So you can see this. Can you see this?
All right, now it's just black.
Okay, so I gotta hold on, everybody. Let me try again.
This is highly irregular.
Here we go. Now you can see it. Oh, now try again, Mike. Sorry.
Yes, sir.
So I don't know. Yeah. Well, Angela, get this. I'll just tell you guys, R.I.P. John Ritter. I just got my niece into the Ritter Run, which is something I do. I have Amy Yazbek, his widow, on this show every year to, provide awareness about what he died of, which was aortic valve, something or other. So my niece couldn't get into the New York City Marathon. So I said, maybe I can get you into Amy's. So she got in their Ritter Run program just to raise some money. So perhaps I'll have her on. Maybe you guys can donate to her really good cause. But now my niece gets to run the New York City Marathon.
That's cool. Are you showing us this picture because John Ritter rhymes with don't litter?
No. No, I was showing this picture because I don't know whether you heard today, Alon, they're bringing back alternate side of the street parking starting today or tomorrow.
Yeah. New York's back, baby.
It's awful. This is, of course, why I went to prison for a while. This is what happens in New York. You have to park on the other side of the street every Monday and Thursday so a street sweeper can come through. And during COVID, you only had to do it on the last day of what's shown. So it would only be Thursdays, which was a big help for people who have cars in the city. Cool for you. Oh, you were a competitive runner, Jenny? Yeah, she's really good. She did the Philadelphia Marathon, but she couldn't get into New York. So they're starting this again. Of course, this affects me because now aortic dissection. That's what it was called. Okay. No, that was no joke, Jenny. I'll tell you another time. It affects me because I got to park the motor scooter all the time, and I have to figure out the days that I'm doing it because you can't park it on the side of the street. And all this time I was able to just breeze through because I only had to worry about either Thursday or Friday. And now it's back where you got to think about that stuff. If I'm parking the thing on a Sunday, I got to park it on a Tuesday, Friday, not a Monday, Thursday. It's a real pain in the ass. And this is what it looks like when you have to park your car. It's awful. All these cars leave. You got to see it. I'll try and videotape it. It's like a snake. All these cars leave when the street sweeper comes. They sit here and then they go back in and follow the street sweeper and then try and park again. And then you have to sit in your car until it's over or you'll get a ticket. It's really pathetic. Have you ever tried it, Alon?
No, I mean, I don't drive, but that sounds like hell.
Oh, it's the absolute worst.
That's such high pressure parallel parking too, because you got to do it all in unison, and I feel like I would hit all the cars.
Well, that's why I put Play-Doh on my license plate, which worked effectively until I got caught. So that's another story.
It's the best story.
I can't believe you don't know the story. And this is a guy named Richie Romero, and this is him. He was in the Post today complaining. There's a guy. These are the kind of douchebags you got to deal with when they're parking. He's really upset about the alternate side of the street, and this is exactly who's parking their cars on the street.
Hey, and 2 days ago was Jim Morrison's the anniversary of his death, so that's why he's wearing that shirt.
Oh, see, now what do I got to like this guy now because he's showing respect?
Yes.
Screw you, Alon. It was the funniest reason to get in trouble. It was really embarrassing, but maybe I'll tell you guys the full story one time. It's really messed up, and I'll tell you another time.
You're an evil genius.
I was for 1 year. Worked like a charm. So I don't know whether you heard, but Pabst Blue Ribbon 2 years ago on July 4th did the limited edition, my favorite, family pack 99 can case of PBRs. I mean, it's amazing. Now, that's something I could see myself just walking out with. I want to get videotape me walking out with it. But they upped their game last year when they went for the 1776 can case. As you can see,
It's ridiculous.
that's a bike. You can see how big this is. It's like a joke. It's like
Yeah.
It's like bigger than a TV.
Did they sell any of these?
They sold a lot of them. And that's what it looks like in a truck. But yesterday, they upped it even more. I swear to God. And I don't know if you heard this, but Pabst Blue Ribbon went for the 1844 pack, which, as you can see, sells for $900 because they were established in 1844. I swear to God, this is a real thing.
So what are they going to do next year? How do they up this now?
I don't I don't even know how you could up it, because how can you carry it? That 1776 thing had to be on a flatbed truck. Anonymous, don't even get me started on 1776 coming to Broadway, trans and non-binary people of color. I'm very upset about it. 1776 is my favorite show. I've always wanted to be in. I don't want to. John Adams, my favorite. I can't handle that they're doing it that way. It's really bothering me.
Remember that Mr. Feeney played John Adams?
Of course I know. And in fact, I have a cameo from him.
What do you mean?
Well, he did on my birthday last year. My friend Chris Regan got him to do a cameo for me.
How old is he?
David, I understand you do an imitation of me. I'm very excited to know about that. I've been doing a William Daniels imitation since the 70s. It got a terrible review. Of course it got a terrible review. Yeah, Play-Doh, Brian, Play-Doh, it was so funny. I was just talking to my niece about it. We went to Michael's, which was like a art supply store. And I was just, I'm just looking for black Play-Doh. They're like, why do you need black? Oh, don't worry about it. And my niece and I are laughing. Little did we know this was going to end in a not good way.
Hey, she's an accomplice. She should have gone to jail too.
I agree. Oh, yeah. I used to love PBRs when I was in camp. I had a PBR hat or whatever. I don't know. But now they're really gross unless they're really cold. But sometimes a PBR can at a bar is the best. But after 3 cans, I'm pretty much done.
The problem with these giant packs is that you can't get them cold. You have to take out individually a bunch of them and then put them in your freezer or your ice bucket. You can't just make the whole thing cold at once.
Yeah, but the best TikTok ever would be me trying to get this in the elevator in my doorman apartment in New York City. So what are you having, a party? No, this is just for me. Norm! I don't know if you heard about this. This is called New Brew, and I swear to God, never drink it. It's a Singapore brand. They use recycled sewer water. I am not joking. It's fucked up.
So not available in the U.S.?
I don't think so, but I'm not positive.
From these cans, I thought it was going to be like by women for women.
Nope. That's why it's an embarrassment to have women on it. And we also want to make sure it's women friendly. I mean, this is bad. But they say you can get pissed drunk. What?
I got shit faced.
Ew. Good one, Alon. And this is a new limited edition Coke that's coming out in 10 days. This the DJ Marshmallow. This is his limited edition. It's watermelon and strawberry infused Coca-Cola.
Oh, I want to try this.
Horrible.
That sounds good.
You think so?
Yeah.
The word infused doesn't make it sound good.
Not to me. Yeah. I like to go as far as lemon and vanilla, and that's where it ends for me. Or regular Coke, which is the best.
Yeah, watermelon, strawberry, and Coke. That's a little much.
Yeah.
It should also taste like marshmallow, though. They got to add some marshmallow.
Well, that's what people thought. That's what I was hoping. Anonymous just said, I'd rather have the sewer water one. It's the It just told me this week to have some sort of drink. You just told me today that whatever the drink is, it tastes like an Astropop, and I should try it. I can't remember what you said, Gabriel. He just told me today, and I don't remember what it was. And this is one of those jobs you probably don't want, where you have to paint the lightning conductor on a steeple. One of those jobs that technically it's like, what a view I have every day, but then
this could be like the new ice road truckers.
Yeah. Anonymous, Anonymous wants to know what your drink order is at the Alamo Draft House.
At the Draft House, I'll usually just get a sweet tea. I don't usually drink at the Draft House.
How come?
It's a movie. I'm not trying to get shit faced.
Oh, that's where you go to see a movie?
Yeah, the Draft House at the theater.
Oh, I hate drinking in movie theaters. Exactly. Yeah, that's not for me. And now Taco Bell and cheese, it's in bed together now. Yeah. It's called IRNBRU. It's a popular drink. In Ireland. Oh, I see. Yeah, maybe I'll give it a try. Anyway, finally, You all saw that picture today on Instagram. That is me from 1982, dancing in a thing I put together where we danced to the song Fame from the 1980 movie Fame, because these girls did it in a serious dance thing the year before. So I got all my guy friends to get it together, and we put together this dance move, and it was how could it not be a showstopper? Look at what I'm wearing. I look like Mr. Furley.
Yes, you do.
Damn it, Alon, what is your wife doing? Why does she got to ruin every show we ever do?
We got to start over from the top. She walked by. It's all ruined.
She looks good. When she
Sarah, what do you
out?
think about young Dave? Give us your review of his outfit. That's not. It's
No,
not.
it's a live show. This is
Yeah, it's a live show. We're gonna have to somehow edit that out.
Thanks a lot for your help.
She said she's speechless. You look like so. Your face is Mr. Furley, but your body is like Larry.
Yeah, you're right. I just like the ascot. That's always the best. That's the one. I think I should go into wearing an ascot. I'm that age now where I should have an ascot over here. You know.
Do you ever see Don Knotts and his wife in the 70s?
No.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. Well, why wouldn't she be pretty? I mean, she's really cute. They look alike. They look like brother and sister. He looks great.
Yeah.
Man,
That's
was
pretty
he
cool.
He was so cool. He was awesome.
I don't care. I'm with the Ropers. You know what I mean? I think Mr. Furley was a downgrade for the show.
Oh yeah. No,
Norman fell all day, every day for me.
No, I'm with you 100%. They ruined the show, and that's why, that's the reason Seinfeld is so good, is because they took a lesson from shows like that. Mary Tyler Moore, the Three's Company. Stop letting your good supporting characters leave the show. That's what they were doing all in the 70s and the 80s. They'd have the supporting characters leave, and it ruins the show. And so Seinfeld definitely took a lesson from that. They're like, look, we're never having kids. We're never having a moment, a special episode.
And no spinoffs.
And no spinoffs. And that's why the show worked really well. Although
Today,
I got to say,
I was going to say today is the anniversary of the pilot of Seinfeld, 33 years ago.
Really? The pilot was in July. They just made it a summer series?
They already decided they would not pick it up, but they still just had to air the pilot. And then somehow it got picked up much later.
Wow. That's cool. Well, that happened a lot with summer reruns. That's how the Dick Van Dyke Show worked too. People didn't like it. And then in summer reruns, it got picked up. That used to happen a lot when there was nothing to watch in the summer. It's not like that now. Plenty of stuff that's coming out this week. It's going to be on Netflix and Hulu and all that stuff. So I watched the second season of Only Murders in the Building. I'm on 2 episodes in. That's all they have so far. It's really good again. It's making me laugh out loud. Martin Short is a goddamn genius.
Oh, great.
I haven't watched that.
Have you seen it, Mike?
I have not had a chance to yet.
He's just so funny. Obviously Steve Martin is really funny too, but Martin Short will always be my boy. Always. He's the best. And as you know, when I got to meet him, I cried like a baby. I was drunk, and I don't know what I was doing. So.
Oh, I did see 4th of July.
What?
The Louis C.K. movie.
Oh, how was that?
It was really good. I went to the
I heard everybody went
to the Beacon
last week, I guess.
Yeah,
what is it, Mike?
It's the movie him and Joe List made. It's about, I don't want to say too much without giving it away, but it's about basically visiting your family, kind of confronting them. But it's not too dramatic, but it's also not too. It's not like a slapstick comedy, but it's funny.
But wait, it's what is it? It's what happened to him?
It's like a funny drama.
But it's what happened to him, or it's just something separate?
It's not autobiographical. No.
Oh, I see. Okay.
He made it very clear after that his family's nicer than was in the movie.
Jason Chatfield says he's seeing it tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's cool. I always want to support Louis.
Was the Beacon packed? Was it sold out?
Oh yeah, it sold out.
Cool.
Oh, did he? You saw it? Like, did he show up there? Was he live there?
Oh yeah, they did a Q&A after too.
Oh, so that's why everybody from the Cellar went that night. Okay, that's what Rachel was telling me.
Yeah.
I guess that must have been Thursday.
Yep.
Okay. Were you there?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I was like 2 people away from Alan, the what's the therapist for everybody.
Oh yeah, he's
Oh, right.
famous.
That's so funny, right? That's Rachel's and Sam Morell's, right?
Yeah, but it's everybody's,
So
honestly.
Mark Norman goes to him, I think, right?
That's why I wouldn't go to him. The point of that.
I sat right in front of Liz.
That's a nightmare.
Liz was great.
No, that's cool. I guess what's it called?
4th of July.
Oh, 4th of July. Oh, that makes sense.
I bet some people will watch it because they think it's in the vein of that like New Year's Eve and Valentine's Day, all those like horrible romantic comedy holiday movies, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, here's the new one, 4th of July."
Probably. At least it's not. Now, I couldn't watch Independence Day yesterday as I normally would because I hate Will Smith. So he's tainted that one for us. What a dickhead. Anyway, that is our show for this week. I'm sorry if I insulted anybody. I'm sorry about the pictures. But Alon will be back next week to make up for all of that stuff.
Well, they didn't like my pictures. Remember, I was showing people also like some.
Well,
pretty
that's why
gross
I
animals.
thought. Yeah, I know they hated those pictures, right? But
I'll come up with
you
my
were just getting
computer.
them ready for next week.
yeah, I was getting them all set for whatever.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it'll be great. It'll be great next week.
Alon with a guest of his choice next week while I am in Ireland. Thank you, Anonymous. Safe travels. I appreciate that. Also on Billy Joel this week, we have some real crap. Stiletto and Stop in Nevada.
What?
Stiletto's
Those are
not
great,
bad.
great songs. Come on.
Stop in Nevada. I mean, we're just really into crap now. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you so much. And look, Aunt Judy's like, can't wait for Alon. Well, thanks a lot.
Thank you, Judy.
So, yes, he will pick up the slack while I am away. So the week after, I can hopefully regale you with such stories. Marcy's like, quit being a Billy Joel hater. I'm not. I just like, I've never heard of Stop in Nevada. I was about to call it Next Stop Nevada again. What's the matter with me?
Viva Las Vegas.
But thank you, Anonymous. Oh, that's nice. She said she'll miss me. I appreciate that very much. But that's it. Mike, where are you performing this week?
This week I'm nowhere. Next week I'll be at the Stand on the 14th.
Oh, terrific. And what about, Alon will be Sunday night right here at the Comedy Cellar this Sunday at 9, you said, or
8:30 show, Sunday night.
8:30 show. Oh, Liz. Well, no, Liz, I can't get the Cadbury chocolates there, can I? I just asked somebody who's going to London to get them. Can I get them in Ireland? Because yes, Mike will be on with Alon.
Yes.
Oh, because I got to get those Cadbury chocolates. I always talk about them all the time, but I don't know if you can get them in Ireland. I thought
They got it there. I've been to the airport there. They got Cadbury.
Ooh, perfect then.
In the
I don't have
airport.
to ask that girl from work to go get it for me because I was like, listen, I know we don't know each other very well, but I need those chocolates. Anyway, that's our show for today. Again, and just make sure you come down to see Alon at the Comedy Cellar if you are in town, or if you're in Vegas like Angela was. Thank you for supporting the Comedy Cellar and little Mark Cohen. And we'll all see you next week. Alon will be here with Mike to take care of everybody in this summer of the cellar. That's next week on the Comedy Cellar Nightly Show. Good night, everybody.
Good night.